Hello everybody, hello all my friends. This video is going to be for foam rolling. Foam roller, what is this? This is a foam roller. What do you do with it? Okay, you throw it at a friend. Okay, don't throw it at a friend, be right back. Got it back. So, you got yourself a foam roller. Now before exercise, it's super important that you warm up. I'm not talking about sitting there static stretching, doing holding stretches, propping your leg up, stretching out the muscle, doing this. I'm talking about a warm up, a dynamic warm up. So we'll call this video dynamic warm up and foam rolling. So dynamic warm up. What do you got here? We need to get warmed up from head to toe before we do cardiovascular exercise, especially if it taxes our lower body or a specific area. We need to do it before exercise. We need to do our lower body or upper body from neck to ankles. All right. So this might just change into just a dynamic warm-up video. But dynamic warm-up, let's say from the top. From the top, we'll go from the neck. The neck, of course, you could do neck rotations. You'd probably go 20 counterclockwise, 20 clockwise. And of course you can go all the way down and all the way up about 20 times. Alright, I would do about 20. You want to make sure it's really warmed up good too. Especially if you're going to do like chest presses or overhead or something that's really going to tax the trapezius and the shoulder muscles and the neck muscles, where you have to keep a good neutral spine and good cervical spine, right? Okay. So from right there, so let's move to your shoulders. So your shoulders, all you at the gym, you guys know, I always recommend this because it's easy and you see it done all the time, but you fail to do it. Get yourself some arm rotations, arm circles, 20 to the front, 20 to the back, and anything else you want to do to warm up your shoulders. I see a lot of shoulder weaknesses. So shoulder weaknesses lead to injuries because people won't work their shoulders, but they do other things that involve the shoulders. And all of a sudden, there's a compensation, a muscle imbalance. They're working their chest and benching 250 pounds, but their shoulders aren't strong enough. And then you get yourself a little strain, maybe a sprain, a micro tear, a full tear, rotator cuff, labrum, something like that. So warm up your shoulders and be conditioned before you get into heavy weight lifting. Be conditioned about 10 weeks, we'll say, all right? Then you can slowly move up to lower your rep, increase your weight and lowering your rep. So shoulder rotations, up, down, up, down. We would do the clapper in the military, the clappers, or sun gods you would call it. But yeah, doing that. Okay, next we'll just go to the torso rotation. So you could do rotations, but be careful when you rotate. If you have a lower back problem or back problem, rotating sometimes may cause pain. So you want to be careful with the rotations there. But the next one, we'll move to the hips. So this is dynamic warming up. We'll have hips. So you do some hip rotations. So going clockwise 20 times, all the way forward, all the numbers of a clock. All right. All the numbers of the clock counterclockwise 20 times. Cool. Hip rotation. So we got neck, shoulders, torso, hips. We'll stick with the hips for a second because it's super important. Everything comes from the core and from the hips. Let's see. All right, hips pretty important. So let's get yourself into a lunge position and quick. We're not holding lunges. We're doing body weight lunges. A dynamic stretch, kind of a dynamic warm up is a lunges. So lunges, quadriceps, hamstring, glute. But look at those calves and look at those ankles. They're getting more warmed up. You're getting ready, especially if you're about to use your lower body. So get like 20 there and 20 back. Any kind of exercise where you are getting flexion of the hip area, flexion and extension of any joint, whether it be wrist, elbows, shoulders, up here, all right? Any joint. Get it all ready. That's good. It's better than doing nothing because you don't want to go cold, have muscles go cold into working out. You know, a good visual would be that you might hear published in books and stuff. Okay, so you have this awesome rubber band, cool, which we have awesome rubber bands. They're called muscles. You have this awesome rubber band. It's for your airplane. You're gonna wind up your airplane and throw it, and the propeller is gonna go fast. Wonderful! It's gonna fly forever. Cool. You take that rubber band, you throw that baby in the freezer, you leave it in there 30 minutes. All right? All right. Then check its elasticity. Cool. It's not going to be so cool because what it's going to do is it might break because it's been hardened and it's not warmed up. You made it cold. You got to keep it warm. Room temperature, not super hot or those rubber bands will melt. Okay? So cool. Same thing with the muscles. You need to get them warmed up. Get blood flow to them. Get them stretched out a little bit through dynamic stretching. It's just simple biceps or brachioradialis or something. But yeah, the muscles the same way. If all of a sudden you go and they're cold, I haven't worked out the bicep, and it is cold, and you start going, I walk straight into the gym, hang up my keys, do that, and you go straight into heavy dumbbell lifts, straight bar, barbell, whatever, and without a warm-up, all of a sudden, you may not feel the pain right away, but after workout, you might have a soreness. And that's probably because you didn't warm up. And the muscles, some of those microscopic muscle fibers that just run along in there are, wow, one of them tore, or hundreds of them tore, and now they need to be repaired. And how are they going to repair? They're going to repair through rest. Through rest, but then having the proper diet. It's going to be huge that you get a good amount of protein there and a really good carbohydrate to go in there and fix up the muscle fiber and repair it. Just like construction workers, all right? So remember that. All right, so that's muscles, gotta warm up the muscles. So that's with the dynamic stretching. So we did, we got neck, shoulders, torso, hips with body weight lunges. Anytime you do those overhead squats in the other video, bam, look at all these muscles you're warming up. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, remember, of course, you can do, in the military, we called it the engine. Cool, look at your hips going. Hips, warming up hips. A lot of hip problems out there. I know you hear about them. A lot of hips, a lot of knees, a lot of shoulders. I already did shoulders. All right, so the engine, getting your hips ready, all right? Okay, very good. Let's go to quadricep. So quadricep, you've already seen this static quadricep stretch. Don't hold it. We're doing dynamic, all right? You don't want to stretch out the muscle too much. You stretch out these muscles too much, you're going to lose some power and some speed because you need that elastic energy, just like the rubber band. It's not going to be as strong if it's been worn out, stretched out, just like those underwears and elastic bands in your unmentionables. You know, they get worn out or because you lost a bunch of weight, it's been stretched out to a bigger side and stuff like that. It gets worn out. Same thing with the muscles. And you don't want it super stretched out because you do lose power. But imagine if it's that much longer in an area of your body where it doesn't need to be that much longer, but now it's got that extra, so now the joint isn't as taut, it's not as tight in that spot where it's supposed to be, you know, so it's got a little more play, and that's not good when you're going 90% effort, you know, parts are moving really quick. Imagine an engine, you know, if you got your crankshaft or your clearances aren't exact, you haven't torqued it down properly, oh, there's a clearance. The piston comes to the top of the heads right there, that close. You get something wrong, bam, there's a collision. And it all breaks apart, and rods go through blocks and stuff like that. Oh, same thing with the body. You know, it was so intelligent design. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and just take the extra time in everything in life to do things the right way. So quadricep warm-up, dynamic, going through 20. Hold less than 2 seconds probably. So get in there. Cool. Okay. So we got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Very good. So we still got to do more hip. And I always say leg swings. Leg swings front and back as high as you go. Maybe not at first. So you get hamstring, hip flexor. Hamstring, hip flexors. Hamstring, glutes, hip flexors. Cool. 20 times front and back each leg. Leg pretty straight. Just make sure you want to feel the stretch. And as you get better, this should be able to kick up higher. But don't jerky motion, don't go higher than you need to go, don't extend back farther than you need to go. So you get that, and then you still got to get the side to side. So you got to get side to side. All right, more hip flexors, IT band, you know, adductors, all that in there. So you got leg swings front and back, leg swings left and right. What else are we going to do? We did the quick quadricep stretches, quadricep, hamstring, glute, All right. Anterior tibialis, stress fractures, shin splints. You over there in the corner. Yes, you. Shin splints. Because I go uphill or I run downhill. Or they make us road march too much in crappy boots. You military people. But you can help that by plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. You don't even know that. But just ankle rotations. Rotations. John Hovius, you said do the alphabet. Try to draw the alphabet with your foot. Ha! That's a task. Okay, circles to the right, circles to the left, clockwise. 20 times right, 20 times left. Dorsiflexion, up, down, point the toes, bring them back, point the toes, bring them back. You're gonna do some gastric, some soleus. You're gonna do some anterior tibialis. You're gonna do your calves and your front, your shins, okay? So cool. Anything you can get ready. Anything you get ready before you compete, because you do not want anything going wrong. You need this to keep working for you and be super reliable, and you have to take care of it. Just like maintenance in a car, you have to take care of it. Put really good fuel in it, you know? Really good fuel, really good protein, a really good carbohydrate. Not a junk carbohydrate, all right? You know what I'm saying? That's in another lecture. Just so the repair and recover and feel good. Just like in racing engines, you have to put good forged stuff in there, strong steel or strong aluminum, all right? So cool. So that was dynamic warm-up. We'll do foam rolling next, all right, guys? What else we got? Dynamic toe warm-up. Not totally necessary, but that's dynamic warm-up from head to toe. But also before a race for you runners, for anybody, you always got to warm up your heart. And a good way to warm up your heart is the dynamic warm-up. But jogging down, jogging back. You would jog down maybe 50 meters doing the high knee drills. You jog back 50 meters doing your high knee drills. Jog down doing your butt kicker drills, good posture. Butt kicker drills 50 meters down. All right, 50 meters back, butt kicker drills. Now you and your friends are lined up. We still got to go 50 meters down, but we're going to go into a jog, into a sprint. All right? Be about 98 to 100% at the last 20 meters, okay? Cool, and do it again. Jog into a sprint. So you've woken up all your energy system. You already purged the system with your quick carbohydrate, or whatever you want to call it. Some people say, oh, all of a sudden you go to anaerobic or your phosphagen system. I don't know. You need to just get the system warmed up and purge it, just like purging nitrous in a car. Can you tell like engines or anything that goes fast? Cool. So yeah, your dynamic warm-up. There's also another one for your sides, your inners and your outers. 50 meters down and back, going this way, switch the other direction, face the other direction, come down and back, make sure you're getting an inner and outer thigh, abductors, adductors, and you should be ready to roll, guys. And while you're waiting there, just get ready, get your hips ready. Don't want a hip problem during a run. Don't want a tight glute problem or a tight hip flexor problem during a run. Yeah, huge problem, tight hip flexors. Huge problem, causes a lot of other problems. That'll be another video. But that's a dynamic warm-up. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. This is a shout out to you guys, the fitness buddies, everybody at Live All Fitness International Training Center. Even if sometimes I'm not able to say hi to you, I love you guys all. I get busy, I'm really focused on customer service and helping out people. I am here to serve, I am where I'm supposed to be. I love you guys. Ask me anything you want. Gotta be careful prescribing exercises to the people that don't have a health history on. Remember that, all right? Fitness evaluations are complimentary, all right? Orientations or program designs are complimentary, as long as we do an eval and a health history, you know? All right, love you guys. Enjoy group fitness, try everything out. Remember, cardiovascular exercise is a really good dynamic warm-up too. So if you don't have, if you have access to a gym or cardiovascular exercise, mostly elliptical equipment, arc trainers, AMTs, pre-core ZFXs, lateral X's, all that stuff, especially if it warms up your upper body and your lower body. What am I doing now? Arc trainer? No, arc trainer's like this. But yeah, you gotta get all these joints warmed up. If you're not able to do dynamic, don't get on treadmill. Treadmill's just gonna do lower body. Get on something that moves upper body and lower body. It's gonna raise your heart rate up higher, use more muscles, burn more calories, even on a warm-up. All right, love you guys. I've gotta go read some more. Love you, bye.